Oh, hello! This is Tak Chung from Wok with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. For those of you who have been following my YouTube channel, you probably know that my YouTube channel is to promote a cooking system known as Fast Cooking System. And the word FAST is the acronym for the 4 attributes, which stand for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. And of the 4 attributes, template-based cooking plays a critical role. The idea of template-based cooking is actually very simple. Because you use a basic template, you make modifications to adjust to the ingredients that you have on hand or to the flavor that you prefer. And the end result is that you will find your cooking more spontaneous as well as intuitive. In this video, I'm going to use a basic stir-fry egg template to make different versions of this basic template in creating 2 different dishes. And by using only very minor modifications, I can create 2 actually very different dishes with different culinary experience. The first dish is a stir-fry egg dish. But in this dish, I use a mushroom which is known as a shimeji mushroom. Now this mushroom is very easy to prep, and all you have to do is take it out. As you notice here, it has a root at the bottom, and you take a knife and you cut off the root, and that's all you have to do. And then you easily tear them apart and put them in a plastic container. You can prep them in advance. You don't have to use all of them. In fact, they have pretty good shelf life. You can store them up to about a week and 10 days, and they still will do very well. Okay, now we have the mushroom. Let's go ahead and start cooking this stir-fry egg dish. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to start about 2 tablespoons of canola oil. Of course, you can use any oil that you prefer as long as it has a high smoking point. Now, use a stainless wok. It is important that you season the wok each time before you start to cook. And I use my spot seasoning method to season my stainless steel wok. And this is a very simple and straightforward method. All I have to do is that I will heat up the oil until it starts to smoke gently. And I will let it to smoke for about 15 seconds. And this is time when the wok is being seasoned. And right after that, I am ready to cook. I'm going to use 6 eggs to cook this dish because I'm going to use this dish for both my wife and I for dinner together with another small dish. Now, as soon as I pour the egg into the wok, you notice that it starts to bubble right away, which is a very good sign. It means that your oil is very hot. Right away, I am going to put the mushroom in the middle of the egg. Now, the mushroom takes a little bit of time to cook, but not very long. And then I use my wok spatula to basically push the egg around. As you can see, the egg cooks extremely fast. And in fact, what I'm doing is that I'm using the wok spatula to fold the egg over the mushroom. And this dish actually frequently known as a scrambler because it's a combination between scrambled eggs and an egg omelette. The reason is very simple because you do not scramble the egg very hard. Instead, you gently fold the egg over the mushroom just like you would do with an egg omelette. So you retain the texture of an egg omelette. The last step is that I put some fresh chili chopped scallions right over the egg and I mix everything together. Now, in this case, when I cook this dish, I have everything already in my advanced prepping. So cooking this dish is really simple. As you can tell, it takes only several minutes. In fact, it's about 3 minutes to cook this dish. Now, you can season this dish any way you like. In this case, I have seasoned the egg in advance with my basic seasoning mix. And my basic seasoning mix is intended to elicit the natural flavor of the food ingredients. And you can give it a try. I have it on Amazon and I have the link below if you want to give it a test. And I also have a video describe what are the components in this seasoning mix. So if you like it, you can either use this seasoning mix as it is, or you can assemble the components. I usually put it in the masala dabba, which you can create your own mixture that you prefer. And here it is done. I just put a little bit of soy sauce at the edge of the egg. So next, I'm going to basically cook the same dish, but using a different kind of mushroom. It is known as a white shimeji mushroom. It's very similar to the brown shimeji mushroom, but the color is different, and its taste also slightly different. To prep it is almost exactly the same way. You cut off the roots and you easily tear apart the mushroom, and then you store them in a plastic container. It also has excellent shelf life. It usually can last up to a week to 10 days. So you don't have to use all of them. You can use whatever you want in creating the dish that you are looking for. In this case, I'm going to create a variation of the same basic template, but I'm going to use different ingredients. In addition to use the white shimiji mushroom, I'm also going to use some zucchini as well as some tomatoes. Cooking this second dish is an excellent demonstration of template-based cooking because I use the exact same procedure in cook this dish except the variations of the ingredients, as you will know as we move along. Now in this case, I already cooked another dish in this wok. I usually do not wash them unless I cook something that is less strong in flavor as the previous dish. Otherwise, I'm not worried about the flavor contamination. Again, I heat up the wok until the oil starts to smoke slightly, and in this case, I just let it to smoke for about 5 to 10 seconds, and I am ready to pour the egg into the wok. Similarly, I use 6 eggs. As you can see that the wok is well seasoned, which is very important because when you cook this dish, if the eggs stick to the bottom of the wok, then the dish will not be successful. Right away, I am add some zucchini, which I cut into thin slices. I do not add a whole lot of it because I'm going to add other ingredients into the egg dish as well. Now, since I already have the zucchini prepped in advance, so it is very easy, and then I add some that brown shimiji mushroom into it. I use the wok spatula to push the egg around and let the uncooked egg to fill the empty space. And then I add some cherry tomatoes that I have sliced in half. So in this dish, I have 3 different kinds of vegetables. And finally, I add some scallions that has been chopped up. Now, so altogether, I use 4 different vegetables to cook this dish. Now, this is only possible because I have them all in advanced prepping. And this is truly the benefit of advanced prepping, and you can appreciate it because when you're ready to cook a dish, such as this dish, since it takes such a little time to cook, if you have to prep it, you probably won't cook this dish because the prepping itself will take at least 10 or maybe even 20 minutes, depending on how far you are in your prepping process. So this dish provides an excellent demonstration of how a basic template can create a lot of variations, and just imagine all the other kind of substitution that you could put. Instead of using the shimiji mushroom, you could have used portobello mushroom or white mushroom. Instead of zucchini, you can use snow pea pod. The possibilities is almost infinite. And this is the foundation of template-based cooking. By using a simple technique, you can create many different variations. The basic concept of template-based cooking can apply to many different types of dishes. For example, if you have a basic template for cooked chicken, you can cook many different types of chicken dishes. And usually, all you need to have is maybe about 5 to 7 different basic templates, and you can cook almost infinite number of dishes. Not only the variation that you can create from these templates, but also by combining the templates together, it will allow you to create even more variations. I'd love to hear from you and answer any questions that you might have. Please email me at this email account, which is wokwithtak@gmail.com. This way, I will always see your question. If you put it in the comment section, sometimes I do not see it. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. If you'd like to learn more about this cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.